All right, anyway, so trying to learn spirits in the material world. It's going well, as you can tell. Got these crazy Andy Stewart chords again. So look at that stretch. That's difficult for me. It's difficult for me to not drag my pinkies across the... So, one stroke here, and then two strokes here. And then down to, like this, D. Then an E minor. To get my fingers in this position again is going to take some practice. And it's only for one stroke, huh? All that effort for one measly chord. One meat. 1 and 2 and, oops. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And then here's the chorus. From there. So all of that to say, yesterday I was working on this one, which has been in the works for a long time. It was born of resonance, and when I was taking a shower in our salle de bain, in our shower, there's a certain resonance, and I was singing at this tone, and it was fortune flows to me freely and easily. Fortune flows to me. Fortune flows to me. Let me get this. Fortune flows to me freely and easily. Fortune flows to me. Excuse me. Fortune flows to me freely and easily. Fortune flows to me. Fortune flows to me freely and easily. Fortune flows to me. Fortune flows to me freely and easily. Fortune flows to me. Fortune flows to me freely and easily. Fortune flows to me. And apparently this is called the flat sixth. Fortune flows to me freely and easily. Fortune flows to me freely and easily. And then there's another rappy part which kind of goes, iron fat stacks back to back. Fat stacks back to back. Fat stacks back to back. Iron fat stacks back to back. Anyway, enough of that. How's everyone doing out there? Huh? Please do join in. Please don't hesitate to say hi. Little art update. Got a lot of things in the works now. Okay, so yesterday I prepared this background. Check this out. Ooh, isn't that nice? Dun 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 dun. Kind of nebulous, huh? It looks a bit like a galaxy or something. And in fact, this was made with ink and acrylic paint. And what I do is I start out by wetting the paper. I moisten it with a spray bottle, like so. Okay, so just a few squirts on there. Don't get it soaking, just sort of like a light rainfall. And then what I do is I take some pigment and I mix it up. I used a combination of black ink and acrylic paint. Acrylic paint for the color, the blue. And, oh, it's white ink for the white as well. And I don't know if you can tell on here, but I really like this white ink because it cracks when it dries. And I like that texture. Anyhow, so what I do then is I take some pigment. I started out with the white in the middle, and then I mix the blue and the white with the white ink and the... Antonia! Antonia says she likes the galaxy because it's out of this world. Actually, you know what this is going to be? This is going to be deep underwater, illuminated at night. That's the idea. I'm going to do another one of the sharkosaurs, or dino sharks. It's a dinosaur it's a great white shark with a dinosaur's skull in place of its head. It's a dream image I had, or perhaps someone would say nightmare. So what I do is I take some pigment, and then I load up the brush with the pigment, and then I just sort of tap it down onto the paper. Galaxy, oh, Antonia is full of them today. Full of wordplay. today. She says it's called a galaxy, S-E-A at the end. Get it? Very good. Very nice, Antonia. How are you feeling, huh? So I tapped the pigment down on there, and then I let it dry. And then I went over again to smooth everything out using a toothbrush. So I mixed the pigment in the same manner, and then you just go down there and you sort of spray it on there. It's a little bit like a spray brush or an airbrush or a spray paint can or something like that. Pro tip, use it with the bristles facing up, because if you put it like this, you risk having large drops fall. And as you can see on some parts here, like right here, these are, I like the effect, but they had these larger drops of pigment falling down over here as well. I don't know if you can see that. And then here with these dark splotches, this paper was not dry before I started to go in with the toothbrush technique, and so there were these puddles of black ink that remained black. They picked up a bit of the pigment. It's hard to see on the camera here, but in the future I would let the paper dry completely before going in with the toothbrush technique. And but I'm just going to roll with it now and just call it a happy accident. So and today, a friend of mine from the Bande Bacchus crew sent me an email asking if I wanted to be part of a group show on the 22nd on Rue de Trois Frères, Montmartre. I said yes, but she said the limitations are the works of art can only be 30 centimeters in width maximum. So this is 30 centimeters, but length. Antonia agrees that many of our works and plays are happy accidents. And so this is going to be the canvas I'm going to use. I'm going to do the paper collage technique again. I'm going to start with books, then go on to musical notation, and then go on to blueprint, and then final layer of book using the wet technique, which I may have explained. I filmed a version, but I haven't edited the explicatory video about the technique, about how to do this. So this is, I'm going to guess, about 30, 60, this might be 90 centimeters long. So the maximum width is 30 centimeters, and no limitation for vertical length. So this is going to do it, and it's going to be part of my mythology series. I'm going to use one of my photo resources and create a mythological situation on here. I think I'm going to keep it monochromatic. I'm not sure. I have a friend of mine who's going to help me, who I will ask how he comes out. He's very familiar with the classical mythology, and he'll perhaps suggest a name. Antonia, are you very familiar with classical mythology, like the more obscure aspects of it? I was reading a book. Robert Graves, is that it? Yeah, I think it was Robert Graves. And the thing about Greek mythology is that there's so many characters with the same name but different situations. So they might be the same person, or they. Oh yeah, you love mythology? Do you know Antonia reports that she loves mythology. Do you know like the obscure situations? Because for naming my last painting, I felt kind of bad because this gal, who's the daughter of an old schoolmate, had her mythology group get together and create a name for this, but I thought it was something like Helen of Troy or something like that, something way too surface level. The piece ended up being called Aphrodite Hastens to Warn Adonis. Aphrodite hastens to warn Adonis. And so I like things more like that. They aren't so recognizable. Maybe prompt someone to do a little bit more mythology reading like Antonia loves to do. And other things, I was at an open mic last night, Ligor, the Escargot Radio open mic night with Igor Le Chapeau down at l'Hirondelle. Yes, Persephone, right? Oh, she's at a deeper level, get it? Underground, she's in hell. Very nice. Okay, Thanks, Antonia. I gotta go. Love to see you again, and hope you're doing well. Bisous.